How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlett, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Now, as you may notice, this video is a little bit weird. I don't have my thingamajiggy up here, actually. You know what? Let me turn it on right now. Boom, there we go. At least we got some light in here, guys. So, welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at some stuff that I think is worthwhile covering, as there is a lot of information popping up all over the place right now. Also, if you want to get information and news and that sort of stuff, check out my website, MyNintendoPlanet.com, if you guys want to get some information on things that are happening. So, MyNintendoPlanet.com, you can check that out for some information. Either way, let's get over to the stuff we're going to talk about today, guys. So, one of the first things that we're going to get into is actually something that I just want to cover because it actually explains a little bit of stuff here, and it's going to disprove the whole UK theory thing, at least to some extent, potentially here. So again, we're going to get right into it here, guys. So here it is, what we're talking about. So this was sent to me by Roy Voss, and I didn't know what the hell this was at first, but then I looked at it, I was like, okay, this is, okay, this does, now this explains a lot of the things that we've been talking about. For example, I've been shying away from the UK theory a lot lately, because it just seems less and less likely, because so many of the things that have popped up about it have not even been, like, actual reasonable things. It's mainly just been, like, you know, random theory speculations and connections being made, right? The only thing we have that's substantial for the UK is the UK reference in the anime, and we also thought the other reference that we had was this image right here, this island image from the game. Here's the thing though, it looks like that isn't what we thought it was, but instead, actually, it is the Bahamas. Now, you'll see what I mean once we look at the actual image here. It's a little bit more self-explanatory. So here's the image we've gotten in the game, right? Looks like an island and a smaller one right next to it. Well, you look at this one right here. Now, do the comparison, right? The big island down here, and of course the small one to the side. Now I think there's a way we can look at this from a bit of a different perspective. Let's see if we can do that with oof. Let's see if we can do that in any possible way. So actually, you know what? I can probably do this. I'll take a screenshot. I'll take a screenshot of this, and I'm just going to put it into a software here. And just open it up again, and just twist it around just so you guys can see what we're talking about, because that will explain what the issue here is, or how it looks like exactly like the thing we're looking at over there. So let's just do that real quick. Here we go. So now that I've got it turned around, I'm going to take another screenshot and show it to you, ladies and gentlemen, because this will explain a lot of this stuff that we've been talking about. And also, this makes Piyuk's stuff, if you guys remember Piyuk, this makes his stuff a little bit more logical in a sense. But yeah, let's take a look at this, shall we? And see if it actually gives us any indication. So, here it is, guys. Here's the image. It's been rotated now, just so you guys can see it better. Now, if we go back to what Roy was showing us, that's the image itself, right? We've seen that already. Now, boom. Right there and right there. You know what I mean? Like, compare those two. The island shape is very similar, right? It's very similar. Very similar in style, but this part right here isn't as deep as it was on this one. While on the UK one, the UK image, if we look up the, you know, UK here, you know, if you look that up, you know, you can see it's a little bit deeper on this side, right? The map is actually, like, just the UK itself is a little bit deeper on this side, but the shape in itself in general doesn't look as consistent. While on this one, you know, on the UK, you have Northern Ireland, which is like, looks like this chunk right here, right? And it looks like there could be another part, like another country over here, which would be just normal Ireland. But, you know, who knows? Now, the Bahamas, sure, it looks very similar. It's a very high possibility. It makes sense because the last thing we heard from Piyuk was, you know, stuff that was connecting well with this. It made a lot of sense with this, you know, being the next place. Now, would the Bahamas make sense, though, in general? I don't think so. I mean, this is, again, just theorizing. Please keep that in mind. But this just opens up the door for the possibility that what we're looking at right here, this image, wouldn't be the UK. This just opens up that as a possibility. There are millions of islands out there. This could be anywhere. This could be anywhere, maybe even, like, you know, in Southeast Asia, possibly, as well, as a lot of people are suggesting. This is where that could be. But as for this, you know, disproving the UK theory, it doesn't disprove it, but it shows us one important thing, and that is that, you know, we can never guarantee something 100%. The only thing we can guarantee for 100% is that the anime episode did actually feature a proper, whatchamacallit, like, it did actually feature a proper like UK reference. Like that was actually in there, and there's no question about it. You know what I mean? At least we know that for a fact. So yeah, but let's jump over to the next thing here, guys, which is actually something that I really think is worthwhile covering, which is coming from Joe Merrick. You know, your boy Joe Merrick coming in again with his Heat information. Now, what he's posted right here is that the new opening of the Sun and Moon anime shows the Pokemon League in Alola being built. The end of Generation 7 is now in sight. So yeah. Gen 7 is reaching its, like, final legs here, and also thank you to the person who sent it my way. But it's on its final legs, and as you can see right here, you know, you've got the opening scene. You got him looking down on the actual construction of it, which is kind of like a nice, like, you know, transition over from it being built to it actually being ready, which is kind of like interesting because we never really see much of that in Pokemon. But I like seeing, like, you know, the universe kind of doing normal human things, you know what I mean? And it's kind of cool, you know what I mean? Because, you know, battling is cool and all that, but it's kind of interesting to see the world actually being, you know, being a world in itself, which is kind of awesome. But now, what does this mean for us? Why is this important at all? Well, let me explain. So now that this is happening, this is what we've been waiting for in terms of, you know, when the anime is going to be running, you know, dry, right? When is it going to be ending? And everybody was waiting for, you know, the actual league to be established and created and made, and now it's happening. Of course, the anime episodes aren't there yet. We still got a full year almost until we get to the releases of the next games, and usually the next anime, you know, the next anime season, series, whatever you want to call it, will start once we get to the next game release, which is at the end of this year. It's going to be late 2019 is what they said in the press statement or whatever for Pokemon Switch 2019. So this just means we're really on the, you know, last legs now. We're really, you know, it's the last, you know, last year, last few, you know, last kind of a push until we get into the next generation, guys. Which gets me excited, right? It gets me really excited because now the promotion will start soon for Generation 8. Now, when will we see the announcement? I'm thinking late March at this point. I mean, February would be cool. I'm not thinking January, though, but I'm thinking late March would make a lot of sense, and it would just be the best timing for them. Now, again, February, I still think, is the best timing, right? It makes sense because Pokemon Day is at the end of February. It would make sense to announce at the same time they did with Sun and Moon, but they could do it differently this time. I mean, hey, this is the thing with Game Freak is, and the Pokemon Company, they change their stuff all the time. I mean, you think they're going one way with reveals, but then they just change it up. I mean, Let's Go had the weirdest reveal ever. It just wasn't announced normally. It was through a press reveal, you know, press announcement, in the weirdest manner. It was just so weird. But since Generation 8 is a bigger game and they have way more money invested into it and they need it to be a bigger success, they probably will do a more normal announcement, if that makes any sense. You know, a Pokemon Direct or something in that sense, right? Because they want to make sure that this reaches as high of a audience as possible, while Let's Go did not come out in the same way. It wasn't announced in the same manner. So just keep that in mind as you're listening to what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, we got that. Now, what else do we have? Well, besides that, we also have this right here. So this is something I want to bring up because Cupcake Chocobo mentioned this to me. But if you actually look at the Twitter accounts for your boy Masuda and also Omori, you'll notice that they keep tweeting images of certain animals. So if you go down here, you can see that I do think we'll be getting a goat Pokemon and maybe a capybara because Masuda keeps posting capybara and Omori goats. Now, what are we talking about here? Well, basically, Omori keeps posting images of him with goats, of all things, like just goats, which is just weird. But hey, if he likes goats, that's all good, man. But then on the other side, you have Omori posting a bunch of images of the animal, the capybara, right? He keeps posting images of those, which is just strange. Again, that's just it. It's just strange. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. Whatever floats the boat, dude. Whatever floats the boat. But yeah, so let's go back to where we were earlier, guys. So, you guys may know, as I mentioned, we could be seeing the Bahamas as the next place we're going to be going to. So, why am I mentioning this? Well, because if we are going there, the few animals that we might see could be pretty interesting. So, we go down here. Here are some of the top 10 animals in the Bahamas. One of them is dolphins. Now, as you guys know, I love dolphins. If you know me, you know I love dolphins. Some of my favorite animals, and I really just want to see dolphins in Generation 8. I've wanted to see a proper dolphin Pokemon be represented for a long time, and this could be the timing for it. Iguanas do exist there as well. You also got sharks, of course, you know, just general sharks, flamingos, sea stars, already have sea star Pokemon, pigs, fair enough, turtles, just general fish, conch, I'm not sure what that is, some sort of clam almost? I don't know. But you also got spider crabs. So there's a lot of different animals that can be found there, which I think would be worthwhile, you know, to definitely having a Pokemon game, if I'm going to put it, bluntly. But also, another thing I've done today, or rather I did yesterday, was actually to cover these, these data mined, or data mine, I'm not sure if it's actually data mined, but I assume it is, data mine information about some upcoming SNES games for the Nintendo Online system, right? If you have the Nintendo Online features, you also get access to some NES games, and they're apparently going to be adding SNES games, and also there are a few other emulators potentially on the way. Still not 100% confirmed though, but stuff is on the way, and I thought I'd just mention that this has been covered on, I've got this on my website if you want to check it out, mynintendoplanet.com. You guys can check it there, and I've got a bit of an article just giving my thoughts on it a little bit, and also, of course, all the information you may want is right there, and you can also just pause this video and look at it right here as well if you don't want to go to the website. Either way, that's going to be the end of the video, guys, though. But yeah, so not a lot of information for today. I didn't want to cover, there's been a bunch of rumors. I'm just going to be, give it a little bit of a, one-on-one here for just a minute. There's been a lot of rumors lately, and there's just so many fake ones that you can just see from a mile away are fake, but people keep still, assuming that they are all, oh, these are potential. The thing is, a lot of times, you gotta just deviate away from the ones that give you too much information. What I mean by that is, when you see a rumor, or, quote-unquote, as people like to call them, leaks, when you see those on 4chan, the ones that have a lot of text, just ignore those. Those tend to be the ones that are the most bullshit, but still keep trying to, keep attention to them, because this is the same way Let's Go was, leaked, but without us knowing, right? We didn't know it was out there, or, we didn't realize it, because it was posted on the 1st of April, and it was one out of many, and I say many, one out of many rumors that had come out that time, or around that time, and those fake leaks, right? There was one of many of those, so people didn't think about it. It was just kind of passed by us. So do keep being vigilant and agile about this sort of stuff. Keep track of it. Feel free to send it my way whenever you want. I, of course, will give you my honest opinion. If I think it just doesn't hold value, I'll give my honest opinion, but if I do think it holds value, I'll let you know. But either way, that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a like down below, and yeah, that was it for today's video, guys. I think we've gone through majority of what I want to do today, and yeah, that is about it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I know there was less rumors and news and that sort of stuff in this video, but I still hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then drop a like down below. My name is Rolf Rowlett. Have yourselves a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.